Here's a feel-good story today about why these doctors started writing medical prescriptions for solar power. And no, I didn't mispronounce that. They're actually writing prescriptions for solar power. And it's a little bit more complicated than you might think. But to start with, here is a picture of the solar array on the rooftop of Boston Medical Center. And the way this story goes is that the primary care physicians at Boston Medical Center got tired of hearing that her patients could not afford the electricity needed to run breathing assistance machines at home, recharge wheelchairs, turn on air conditioning, or keep refrigerators plugged in. Her patients were dying because they could not afford their electricity bills. And the result of this is the Clean Power Prescription Program, one of the very first in the nation, that essentially works by giving energy credits from the solar panels on the hospital's roof to the patients that are most in need. The roof has about 519 solar panels, and about half of the energy generated from that is sent out in monthly credits to help people on their utility bills. Here's an example of a woman, Kiki Polk, who has diabetes and is pregnant, but frequently overheats in her living room because it gets so hot and she cannot afford the air conditioner. So the hospital gives her a $50 a month credit to run the air conditioner to avoid overheating during pregnancy, which is extremely dangerous. And there's a lot of patients in a very similar situation that have an expensive breathing machine, that have a wheelchair that needs charging, that have a couple of assisted devices that literally just can't get too hot or too cold or they die. And the hospital decided to essentially subsidize the electricity that they get on the roof for their patients. And the program apparently has been quite successful, so much so that they started to grow food on the roof as well, along with the solar panels. They're actually growing fresh fruits and vegetables for their patients so they can eat as healthy as possible. I mean, you can't really get healthier than straight out of the ground. And they're able to eat cheap or extremely low cost. So I think this is very fun. It's not necessarily a prescription for solar power. Like when you see a solar prescription, you think, am I going to get like a medical device on my head that's just going to absorb solar electricity all day, or I need it for my house? No, it's just sort of a community focused, I would say, wealth redistribution, because electricity is wealth, but it's more like an electrical power redistribution program to help vulnerable patients. And I thought it was very, very cool and exactly how we should be using this kind of technology.